Two and a Half Men, an American television sitcom broadcasted on CBS, was brought to life by the creative minds of Chuck Lorre and Lee Aronson. Its inaugural episode aired on September 22, 2003, and the series concluded its 12-season run on February 19, 2015. While the show boasted a diverse cast that delivered memorable performances, unfortunately, among them, we remember the top 5 actors who have since departed. Stay tuned as we reveal the list of these distinguished actors who are no longer with us, sharing their contributions to Two and a Half Men. Before we dive in, don't forget to show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to ensure you never miss out on any of our future content. Conchata Ferrell. Conchata Ferrell took on the character of Berta, the household caretaker, in the TV series Two and a Half Men spanning from 2003 to 2015, securing 2 Primetime Emmy Award nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series in 2005 and 2007. Ferrell had previously earned a Primetime Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series for her role in L.A. Law in 1992. On October 12, 2020, Ferrell passed away due to complications resulting from cardiac arrest at the Sherman Oaks Hospital in Sherman Oaks, California. She reached the age of 77. Conchata Ferrell, born on March 28, 1943, in Lauderdale, West Virginia, to Mescal Lorraine, née George, and Luther Martin Ferrell. Raised in Charleston, West Virginia, her family later relocated to Circleville, Ohio. She attended West Virginia University for 2 years, left, and after holding various jobs, she enrolled and graduated from Marshall University with a degree in history education, making her debut on stage at Marshall in 1969 in the second Barfanon Review, a skit comedy and musical production. Ferrell commenced her journey on the stage as part of the Circle Repertory Company, featuring in the original off-Broadway cast of Lanford Wilson's The Hot L. Baltimore. She received accolades, winning the Drama Desk, Obie, and Theatre World Best Actress awards for her performance in the off-Broadway play The Seahorse. Acting across stage, television, and film for numerous decades, she played the role of the frontier wife in the 1979 film Heartland and portrayed the assertive owner of Mystic Pizza. She also assumed the role of a resilient, humorous nurse in the short-lived 1980s TV sitcom ER. In 1992, she earned her first Primetime Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series for her recurring role as attorney Susan Bloom on the 6th season of L.A. Law. She had previously appeared in an episode of the show in 1988 as Lorna Landsberg, an entirely different character. Ferrell's supporting roles in films encompass performances in Deadly Hero, Network, Edward Scissorhands, Aaron Brockovich, Crime and Punishment in Suburbia, Mr. Deeds and K-Pax, along with a minor part in True Romance. Her television credits include appearances in Maude, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Teen Angel, Matlock, and various others. She featured in the episode of Quincy, M.E. titled Into the Murdering Mind, 1982, and made memorable appearances portraying forthright, authoritative judges, the Jagged Sledge episode of Sledgehammer in 1987, and on The One with Joey's Portia episode of Friends in 1999. Ferrell embraced a role in the off-Broadway play Love, Loss, and What I Wore for an April 27 through May 29, 2011 run, sharing the stage with Minka Kelly, Annalyn McCord, Ann Miara, and B. Smith. As Berta, the housekeeper in the CBS sitcom Two and a Half Men, she appeared in a total of 212 episodes from 2003 to 2015. While earning 2 Primetime Emmy Award nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series in 2005 and 2007, she lost to Doris Roberts for Everybody Loves Raymond and Jamie Presley for My Name is Earl. In 2012, she lent her voice to the character of Bob's mom in Frankenweenie, directed by Tim Burton. She was slated to appear in the upcoming feature film Deported 2020 and had previously acted in A Very Nutty Christmas 2018, a holiday-themed television film. Cloris Leachman. On 2.5 Men, Cloris Leachman takes on the role of Norma in Season 3. Sadly, on January 27, 2021, Leachman passed away peacefully at her residence in Encinitas, California, at the age of 94. The cause of her demise was attributed to a stroke, with COVID-19 contributing to the factors. Born on April 30, 1926, in Des Moines, Iowa, she was the eldest among 3 daughters to Cloris and Berkeley Claiborne Buck Leachman. Her father was employed at the family-owned Leachman Lumber Company. Her younger sister, Claiborne Carey, pursued a career in acting and singing. Her other sister, Mary, remained outside show business. Their maternal grandmother had Bohemian roots. Leachman attended Theodore Roosevelt High School. During the 1950s, Leachman featured in numerous live television broadcasts, including shows like Suspense and Studio One. She acted alongside John Forsythe in Alfred Hitchcock Presents Season 1, Episode 2, Premonition, which aired on August 10, 1955. She also briefly held the role of Timmy's mother in Lassie until contract disputes led to her replacement by June Lockhart. In 2008, Leachman participated in the 7th season of Dancing with the Stars, partnered with Corky Ballas, the oldest professional and father of 2-time champion Mark Ballas. She holds the record as the oldest contestant on the show to date, finishing in 7th place. Following Dancing with the Stars, she made guest appearances on Disney Channel's Girl Meets World, 2015, and the Christian movie I Can Only Imagine, 2018. Leachman took on guest roles in various shows, including the NBC sitcom The Office, the TV Land series Hot in Cleveland, the CBS drama Hawaii 5-0, and USA Network Royal Pains. During this period, she portrayed several raunchy elderly characters in movies like Beer Fest, 2006, Scary Movie 4, 2006, and The Wedding Ringer, 2015. From 2010 to 2014, she played Ma Ma, another grandmother and matriarch on the Fox sitcom Raising Hope, earning an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series. One of Leachman's last roles was as Zoraya Vechernaya, one of the old gods representing the evening star in the first season, 2019, of the Showtime series American Gods. She also appears in the film Not to Forget, 2021, in her final role, directed by Valerio Zanoli and starring Karen Grassel, and 5 Academy Award winners, Cloris Leachman, Louis Gossett Jr., Tatum O'Neal, George Chakiris, and Olympia Dukakis. On May 14, 2006, she received an honorary doctorate in fine arts from Drake University. From 1953 to 1979, Leachman was married to Hollywood impresario George Engel. Her former mother-in-law was character actress Mabel Albertson. The union produced 4 sons and 1 daughter. Brian died 1986, Morgan, Adam, Dinah, and George. Some of them pursued careers in show business. Her son Morgan played Dylan on Guiding Light for several years. The Englands resided in Bel Air and were neighbors of Judy Garland, Sid Luft, and their children, Lorna and Joey Luft, in the early 1960s. In her memoir, Me and My Shadows, a Family Memoir, Lorna Luft described Leachman as the kind of mother I'd only seen on TV. Aware of the turmoil in the Luft home, Leachman provided meals for the children and offered them a welcoming place to stay. Leachman also counted Mort Saul and Marlon Brando as friends, meeting them while studying under Elia Kazan in the 1950s. She introduced Brando to her husband, who developed a close friendship with Brando, directed him in The Ugly American, 1963, and wrote a memoir titled Marlon Brando, The Way It's Never Been Done Before, 2005. Leachman, a vegetarian and animal rights activist, made headlines in 1997 by posing nude on the cover of Alternative Medicine Digest, body-painted with fruit images in a parody of Demi Moore's 1991 Vanity Fair cover photo. She also appeared clad in a lettuce dress for a 2009 PETA advertisement. In 2013, she starred in a comedic PETA ad about spaying and neutering, demonstrating the opening of a condom wrapper with her teeth. Leachman's granddaughter, Annabelle England, is a singer, and she had another grandson and one great-grandson, Braden. Leachman identified as an atheist. Georgia Engel. Georgia Engel portrayed the character of Jane McElroy, the mother of Lindsay McElroy and grandmother to Eldridge McElroy. Engel, an adherent of Christian Science, passed away on April 12, 2019, at 70 years old in Princeton, New Jersey. Her friend John Quilty informed the New York Times that the cause of death was unknown, as Engel, due to her religious beliefs, did not seek advice from doctors. She is most recognized for her roles as Georgette Franklin Baxter in the sitcom The Mary Tyler Moore Show from 1972 to 1977, Pat McDougal on Everybody Loves Raymond from 2003 to 2005, and Mamie Sue on Hot in Cleveland from 2012 to 2015. She received nominations for 5 Primetime Emmy Awards and a BAFTA Award. Following college, Engel performed in musical productions with Washington's American Light Opera Company. She relocated to New York City in 1969, appearing off-Broadway in Lend an Ear, and spending a year as Minnie Fay in the Broadway production of Hello, Dolly, starting in December 1969. A 1971 off-Broadway production of The House of Blue Leaves eventually played in Los Angeles, where Engel's performance was witnessed by Mary Tyler Moore and her husband, producer Grant Tinker, who would soon become her employers. Engel played the character Georgette on The Mary Tyler Moore Show from 1972 until the sitcom concluded in 1977. The role earned her 2 Emmy nominations. After the sitcom's conclusion, she collaborated with former Mary Tyler Moore Show co-star Betty White for The Betty White Show during its only season, 1977-78. She later co-starred in 2 short-lived 1980s sitcoms, Good Time Girls as Loretta Smoot and in Jennifer Slept Here, featuring Ann Gillian. In 2006, Engel returned to her theatrical roots, appearing on Broadway in the musical The Drowsy Chaperone, alongside Sutton Foster and Edward Hibbert. She originated the role of Mrs. Tottendale, which she continued to perform, departing the Broadway production as of April 1, 2007. She participated in the North American tour, performing in Toronto in September 2007, through engagements at the Orpheum Theater in San Francisco in August 2008, and at the Denver Performing Arts Complex in October 2008. During the summers of 2004, 2005, 2007, 2009, and 2010, Engel appeared in various productions at the Mooney Theater in Forest Park in St. Louis, Mo. She also had roles in Showboat in August 2010 as Parthy. In July 2005, she featured in Mamie as Agnes Gooch. In June 2007, she performed in Oklahoma as Aunt Eller, and in July 2009, she played Mrs. Peru in The Music Man. In June 2010, Engel took part in the Ogunquit Playhouse production of The Drowsy Chaperone as Mrs. Tottendale. In October through December 2010, Engel was involved in the Vineyard Theater's off-Broadway production of Middletown, written by Will Eno. Engel starred in the new Annie Baker play, John, which premiered off-Broadway at the Signature Theater on July 22, 2015, directed by Sam Gold. The play ran until September 6, 2015. The cast also included Lois Smith. Engel received a 2016 Obie Award for Distinguished Performance by an Actress and was nominated for the 2016 Lucille Lortel Award, Outstanding Lead Actress, in a Play for her role in this play. She took on a leading role in the musical Gotta Dance, premiering at the Bank of America Theater, Chicago, on December 13, 2015, and running until January 17, 2016. The cast also featured Stephanie Powers, Lilias White, and Andre DeShields. The musical was directed and choreographed by Jerry Mitchell, with a book by Chad Begelin and Bob Martin, and a score by Matthew Sklar and Nell Benjamin. The musical, under the new title of Halftime, had a limited engagement at the Paper Mill Playhouse in Millburn, New Jersey. The production opened on May 31, 2018, and was scheduled to run until July 1, 2018. Michael Clarke Duncan. In 2.5 Men, Michael Clarke Duncan portrayed Jerome Burnett as a recurring character. Duncan was admitted to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center after experiencing a heart episode on July 13, 2012. By August 6, 2012, he had been relocated from the intensive care unit but remained hospitalized. On September 3, 2012, Duncan passed away in the medical facility due to respiratory failure. He was 54 years old. Duncan took various security roles in Los Angeles while attempting to secure acting and modeling opportunities in commercials. During this period, he served as a bodyguard for celebrities such as Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J, and the Notorious B.I.G., all while taking on minor roles in television and films. When rapper Notorious B.I.G. was tragically killed in 1997, Duncan left the personal protection business. Having started with several minor roles playing security personnel in films like Bulworth and A Night at the Roxbury, Duncan rose to fame when he was cast as Bear in the blockbuster Michael Bay action film Armageddon, 1998. While working on the film, Duncan developed a friendship with co-star Bruce Willis, and it was Willis's influence that facilitated his breakthrough as the gentle giant John Coffey in the Frank Darabont film The Green Mile, 1999. Acting alongside Tom Hanks, Duncan's performance earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor in a Supporting Role and a Golden Globe nomination for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Motion Picture. Following his role as Coffey, Duncan was cast in a series of films that helped establish him as an actor in both action and comedy genres. The Whole Nine Yards, 2000, C-Spot Run, 2001, Planet of the Apes, 2001, The Scorpion King, 2002, and Daredevil, 2003, where he portrayed Kingpin. When Duncan assumed the role of Kingpin in 2002, he faced the dual challenge of portraying a character typically depicted as white and having to gain 40 pounds to fit the character's large physique. In July 2006, Duncan expressed interest in reprising the role of Kingpin, but stated he would not be willing to regain the weight he had lost. In 2009, he adopted a vegetarian diet and later participated in a PETA ad campaign, emphasizing the health benefits and increased strength from such a diet. In 2005, Duncan appeared in The Island and Sin City, playing the role of Manute, a powerful mobster. Duncan took on a supporting role in the 2006 comedy Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby as Lucius Washington. In 2009, he played Balrog in Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li, and starred as the titular Cleon Slammin' Salmon in Broken Lizard's farce The Slammin' Salmon. During the week of May 14, 2012, Duncan made a guest appearance on the late-night talk show The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson when the show was filming in Scotland for a week. Duncan was one of the show's more frequent guests, appearing a total of 18 times, and the day after Duncan's passing in September, Ferguson began his show with a tribute to him. In January 2013, during the Late Late Show's winter break, reruns of the Scotland episodes were aired with a tribute to Duncan at the start of each of the 5 episodes, featuring Duncan's photo on a pink background and the text, "In memory of our friend Michael Clarke Duncan." At the time of his passing, Duncan was in a relationship with reality television personality Omarosa Manigault. His family later alleged that Omarosa altered his will and testament. They also claimed that Omarosa manipulated Duncan in his final days, fabricated their engagement, and sold his possessions without the family's knowledge. In 2013, Manigault participated in the cast of the All-Star Celebrity Apprentice and played for Duncan's favorite charity and one he had benefited from himself, the Sue Duncan Children's Center. In the second episode of the season, Manigault won $40,000 for the charity. Duncan trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at the Gracie Academy in Torrance, California, and held a purple belt in the discipline. Reiner. As a humorist and participant in 2.5 Men, he portrayed the recurring role of Marty Pepper, Evelyn's companion in seasons 7, 8, and 11. Reiner's on-screen companion Taylor also ultimately recognized him as a thoughtful individual with profound principles, immense intelligence, and a creative intellect that continuously explored new avenues. On June 29, 2020, Reiner passed away from natural causes at his residence in Beverly Hills, California, at the age of 98. In the initial years of television comedy from 1950 to 1957, he performed on and contributed sketch material for Your Show of Shows and Caesar's Hour, starring Sid Caesar, collaborating on writing with Mel Brooks, Neil Simon, and Woody Allen. Reiner joined forces with Brooks, and collectively, they released numerous legendary comedy albums, commencing with 2000 Years with Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks, 1960. Reiner was also the originator and producer of The Dick Van Dyke Show, which ran from 1961 to 1966, a show in which Reiner also produced and acted. On December 24, 1943, Reiner wedded singer Estelle Laboste. They were married for nearly 65 years, until her demise in October 2008. Estelle delivered the renowned line, "I'll have what she's having," in the deli scene of the 1989 film When Harry Met Sally. They were the progenitors of Rob Reiner, born 1947, poet, playwright, and author Annie Reiner, born 1949, and painter, actor, and director Lucas Reiner, born 1960. Reiner identified himself as a non-believer. He expressed, "I have a very different take on who God is. Man invented God because he needed him. God is us." In 2013, he conveyed that he adopted an atheistic perspective as the Holocaust unfolded, asserting that it would not have persisted if God existed. Reiner aligned himself with the Democratic Party. His dwelling was situated in Beverly Hills, California. On October 31, 2018, Reiner, then 96 and a half, publicly criticized the administration of Donald Trump and expressed his aspiration to survive beyond November 3, 2020, witnessing Trump ousted from office. From 1974 to 2001, he sponsored the Carl Reiner Charity Celebrity Tennis Tournament in La Costa, California, overseen by international tennis player Mike Franks, which took place annually over 3 days and involved 400 players, including 100 professionals. Upon the announcement of his demise, fellow humorists and other figures in the entertainment industry paid homage and recalled him, including Brooks, Woody Allen, Alan Alda, Steve Martin, Jerry Seinfeld, Jason Alexander, Dick Van Dyke, Carol Burnett, George Clooney, Bette Midler, Bernadette Peters, and Sarah Silverman. Cheryl Hines and Orlando Jones, two of Reiner's colleagues in Father of the Pride, conveyed their sympathies on Twitter, with Hines stating that he was not only an amazing comedic gift, but also an extraordinary human being. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more exciting content. Your support means the world to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you who has been a part of this community.